Fellow Kenyans, so I'm disappointed and frustrated because the problems confronting us today are the same problems I found in Kenya in my childhood and throughout my youthhood. Leaders are still talking of doing the same things for us for almost 60 years. We are still talking about corruption. Even someone who died 60 years ago, akifufuka saa hizi, apate tunazungumza ati fighting corruption. Na aliwacha corruption imewaka in the 60s, in the 70s. When singers like Kamaru were singing that even now, the waters are still bitter. The time when we were singing, I'm forgetting his name, but a very lovely singer from Bungoma, and he sang in that time in the 1960s, Soko ya Magendo, Chebukube. If these people that sang those songs and listened those songs were to resurrect today for those who are passed on, and finally we are still talking about corruption, the same thing they were singing about in the 70s, they'll ask, hang on, what's wrong with these guys? What's wrong with the leaders in Kenya? They are talking the same thing, such that corruption has become a currency to win elections, where you can fight and say, I'm coming to finish elections, finish corruption, elect me, I will finish corruption. They have perfected it as a currency to campaign. And they talk tough when they are campaigning, I'm coming to end corruption. They talked tough during the Grand Coalition. They talked tough during the election of 2013 and the governments that we have today. But fellow Kenyans, has corruption ended? No, it has increased. We try to push for laws under the Grand Coalition, tighten the bolt for the anti-corruption mechanism. They refused to pass those laws. Same during Jubilee 1 government and Jubilee 2 government. And here we are. Tell me, talking about the same thing for 60 years, honestly? And I am an adult? To come and talk the same thing as your president for all these years without ending it, I don't think that is the best way to do things. And that's why I'm saying the things I'm mentioning to you, I will not come and repeat them every time in a speech. Jamhuri Day speech, Madaraka Day speech, Mashujaa speech, and all these sorts of things. Corruption. Every speech I give, it has a corruption element in it. No, sir. I will give one speech which will have corruption issues, my inauguration speech. That is the only one I will talk about corruption. And let anyone that will attempt to do corruption during my time, you will know that when we say corruption has to end, it must end. Because I'm not coming with a corruption where we have everywhere written zero corruption, zero corruption, zero corruption. No, mine shall be negative corruption. It's not even zero, it's negative. Corruption has killed. It has made our fathers and mothers die in poverty, while a few people in top positions in the Kenya governments have money as their mattresses. They have money in billions they will never use in their lifetimes. They steal to cater for their families to the 10th generation today, when 99% of Kenyans have nothing even to meet the costs of their next generation, and the majority of them, even the present generation. That is inhuman for a few people to treat the rest of the country that way. Go to Mlango Kubwa in Israel and go to Huruma and see the condition of people the leadership of Kenya has subjected Kenyans to because of corruption. Go to Elgeyo Marakwet, Kimorer Aroda. Today, these women in Elgeyo Marakwet are going to fetch water in the river. Wamebeba jerrycans za maji either na mgongo, zingine na kichwa, climbing those hills of Elgeyo Marakwet, carrying water. Those who stole money from Kimorere Dam, and these our leaders, know you have punished those women in Elgeyo Marakwet in a very painful way. And may God hear the cries of these women, to these leaders, what they have done to them. Had you not stolen that money, these women and their families in Elgeyo Marakwet will be having water in their own homes. They will be having water in their own homes. But you stole the money. So there is no water and you are punishing them like that. Fellow Kenyans, these are things that we need to reflect, and reflect in a big way. Support me. I'm coming to bring this water that we are talking about, not just in Elgeyo Marakwet, but within 5 years, every homestead 100% will have water in their own compounds or in their own houses. That I can guarantee you. I'm bringing 2,000 factories to employ our youth and everybody else. I'm bringing 12 million jobs. On March 8th, I shall employ 1 million Kenyans, youth aged 18 to 29, on March 8th, 2023. Professor Joseph is bringing a Kenya and a leadership that means doing. I'll be a doer. I'll be a master builder of our country. I will transit Kenya from poverty to developed situation. And at this point, I would like to request you, because we have to move and move fast. My party is waiting registration. Once we get registered, we are going to have an account where you deposit money. For now, because we have to do many things, we have to get every Kenyan know our programs. Send your donation to the presidential M-Pesa line, which is my presidential M-Pesa 0748265314. If you want to contact me, get in touch at josephthegoodone@gmail.com or Daraja Kenya 2022@gmail.com. I'm hosting a conference soon. Please send a message indicating you want to join that conference. It will be a major one. Those who will be in that conference will constitute the core deliverer of our vision, and they will have many benefits. Send your message to attend this conference. My fellow Kenyans, it has been a longing of my heart to speak to you all the 50 million citizens of Kenya and beyond the shores of our motherland, to tell you about my dreams for Kenya, my hopes, my aspirations, and my story. I have also wished to share my personal story and the vision to all Kenyans and the whole world. The vision that I am providing you here. And it's a vision that will make Kenya transit it to a great nation in Africa.